considered flesh?
Are frogs considered flesh?
Frogs are considered fish.
You can have frog legs.
Why would you eat those? What is wrong with you?
If something flies down your throat, I don't think God's going to, punish you for that.
Oh, that happened to me during a street spell. It's horrible. You're like, oh, what's wrong? Clap, clap. So,
But it's always safest to go to confession after. Or if you're wealthy, you can buy indulgences beforehand. That's how a lot of people are getting around the whole butter thing. We're wealthy, buy an indulgence, which says then they can do the butter on fasting days, and then they can have their clothes.
once again, this is the church. Don't question. But you're really here to learn about what we're eating and what we're drinking this particular week. So let me ask first, how many of you have been to a cake snail show before? Raise your hands. Ah, some repeat offenders. Visitors, Cecily. And how many of you are brand new, never been to a cake snail show before? Oh, allow me to apologize ahead of time. How many of you brought children with you? Oh yes, you in the back, ma'am. Just remember, if your children get the jokes,
It's not our fault. Somebody told them what that means.
that's right. And if you decide that you want to send something by a carrier pigeon, here is the address. Dear Virginia Renaissance Festival. That's all right, they won't know who Cecily Clack is. Valid. So, but what's most important is we want to learn about what we're going to eat and drink. And so last year what I did is I had people vote for what secret ingredient they wanted me to use, because I can't just do out of regular cookbooks like everybody else. That would just be boring. Anybody can do that. And so, but this year I decided I needed to make it just a little bit more difficult on myself. Why? Because I have lost my mind. So you can go on the Great Book of Faces, and you can go to MDRF Cakes Ampersand Ale, and you can vote, and you can pick what country you would like the food to be from the following week. And to announce our country for the week, I bring back Master William. Master William, tell them, what country are they going to learn about this week?
Italy!
William, yes. We will be learning about the food from Italia. We will be learning specifically about the food from who's known as Maestro Cuomo. He was born in the Duchy of Milan, but did most of his cooking in Rome.
All right. I wanted to fill you in a little bit about where we're getting the food from and what makes this all interesting.
Oh, really? You've actually looked into the food?
Yeah. What I've looked into is Italy, which was known for, of course, its great art, its great sculptures, its great music. What did that get them? Invaded by everybody! Just a quick breakdown. First, Charles VIII from France invades. He's kicked out because the Pope sides with Germany and Spain against the French. Then the Germans come in. And then the French come back. And then the Spanish come in to kick the French out with the Germans' help. And then, once the French are out, they turn on the Pope. And they take it all from the Pope. And just so you have an idea, a lot of this was done by one man, who was known as Charles I, and known as... No, I thought for sure you would know. Carl IV, I believe. Carlos III, and as we like to call him, Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor. The Pope.
Master Bodley, does any of this have anything to do with food?
However, I would like to point out what also happened during this great time of art and the growth of the merchant class. Lower classes started acting like upper classes. Here, this is related to food. Wedding feasts. The lower classes decided that if the rich could have a wedding feast, they could have a wedding feast. And the place of women in the society. While your primary job is still to raise sons, However, you are now respected for something else. The woman behind the man. It is a thing. Women are now expected to have a dowry, no matter how low a class they are. Fathers are selling everything to get their daughters married off as well as they can. And you can actually move between classes. If your dowry is large enough, you can actually move up a step.
I am obviously never moving up anywhere because I am the second of 13 children. My one sister is on the run, and the 11 younger ones are all being married off. I'm 40 years old and still single.
Salute.
Obviously not enough of a dowry for me. Can we get back to the whole cooking part? That's what these people are here for.
One more bit. You want to know what Italy
I'm not
has to
gonna-
do with food?
Please tell me about, oh, I know what Italy has to do with food. That's what I'm trying to get to.
It's called a forchetta.
Yum.
Do you know what a forchetta is? A forchetta is an instrument that you eat with. No one else is using it, but the Italians are. They consider it so important and so valuable, everyone carries their forchetta with them wherever they go. And
What does it look like?
it's got a handle and it's got these time things on the end. Usually 2, 3, or 4.
And what do you do with that?
You stab your food with it, you stick it in your mouth.
That's just stupid.
I knew!
When you stab your food with it, you cut it with a knife, you take it with the knife, you put that in your mouth, you only have one chance to stab yourself. You put,
Oi! That is kind of not what a forchetta looks like, but similar. That's a forchetta.
this is a sporchetta. It's as if a spoon and a forchetta had a vibrator.
The wealthiest of the wealthy would actually lay these on the table at feasts so that you wouldn't have to bring your own. You would come in and you would sit down and there would already be a forchetta on the table. Can you imagine?
That seems like they want you to stab yourself. This is how you get people not to come back to your house again. It's like, I didn't want them there anyway. We're just going to give them something to stab themselves with. That's excellent. Oh, wondrous idea. So, back to the food.
Oh,
May I?
yes.